homes turning into mini hotels with wild parties, sometimes turning violent. Rob Murphy knows this issue well. He used to have a short-term rental in Scottsdale, but says the saturated market and unruly renters forced him out.
I would say most of my guests were great, but you're going to have those outliers that tear it up, don't care, and just cause havoc.
The city of Scottsdale is fed up too. It sent 3 proposals to the Arizona League of Cities and Towns, which represents 90 local governments in the state. Scottsdale leaders want to cap the overall amount of short-term rentals in the city and limit the density of them in specific areas.
People, they have families, they want a nice neighborhood, and when you're a renter, and especially when Old Town, attracts the party people, they come in, they just don't respect the property.
Short-term rentals are a real big boom for our economy. And
Peter South is a board member with Arizonans for Responsible Tourism and says the proposals go too far. He says restricting short-term rentals hurts our local economy.
Many of these properties aren't owned by giant corporations, they're owned by individuals that they're just trying to create generational building wealth for their families.
According to AZRT, short-term rentals in Arizona supported 75,000 jobs and generated $500 million in 2021.
To start putting arbitrary limits on, you're not just limiting bachelorette parties and weddings, you're limiting a whole population of people that are coming here for various reasons.
Just last year, Scottsdale implemented an ordinance that requires short-term rental owners to get a license and do background checks on renters, and homeowners can be fined if there are any violations.
City of Scottsdale hasn't even given the ordinance the opportunity to be successful. And give it a year, let's see what happens, and then we can refine.
Now, the League of Arizona Cities and Towns is holding a conference tomorrow. That is where the Resolutions Committee will hear these proposals. The city hopes it will then become part of the League's agenda for the next legislative session. Guys,
it's got to be frustrating because, like you said, they're trying to build a nest egg for their families. So what can these property owners of these short-term rentals do to prevent problems there?
Yeah, that board member that I spoke with, he says that you definitely want to do those thorough background checks, make sure you really know who is staying at your property. And they should also put a noise monitor in the home so homeowners can respond immediately if there's a party or renters are violating the rules.
Yeah, I feel like both sides of this have a lot of power and sway at the state capitol, so we'll see how this plays out
Definitely.
in the next session. Emma, thanks.